Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and tell a friend. Welcome, everyone. It's Sister Wives Thursday. On the docket today, we have season 19, episode 10, A Man After My Own Heart. Oh, she got engaged. Yay. Did they
I
get
mean,
married? Like, I
I've
have
got nothing
no
to say on
idea.
that. Exactly.
That part
I,
was just
well,
so boring.
yeah, I was just like, I don't care. We know you're married. Mazel tov to the peoples.
hmm So the episode starts with Christine and David going over to McKelty house, and David letting all the cats out of the bag. Said, "Oh, McKelty cleaned." But I'll give her grace though. She has baby twins.
Yes,
Leave
three
her alone,
babies,
David.
3 babies under 4. No.
And apparently,
Mm-mm.
she wanted David to babysit, and Christine was okay
Right.
to tag along.
Exactly. That was hilarious. She's like, oh yeah, I hope you gonna. I hope you was gonna babysit and mom would come with us. I went, well, hey, at least she's honest.
She's just trying to get TV time.
I'm not mad at
Uh,
her. She's like, I got 3 babies to feed now. Tony don't have no real job from what it seems like, and somebody got paid the medical bills and all the bills. So, you know what, McKelty, I don't really rock with you because what you did to your mama, but you are being a mother and making sure your kids are provided for. So I'm not mad at her about that.
okay. Hey, Christoph, and always. You ain't watched the episode yet? Well, you ain't missed nothing. It was okay. It was okay. Hi Tracy. Let's
But there
see
is
who
one
else
thing
is in
this showed me
there.
though. This
What?
episode did show me something. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. This is my personal
Hi,
opinion theory. So
Glenn.
the way these
Hi,
last couple episodes
Glenn.
has played out between Mary and Janelle, so specifically between the conversations that Mary's had with Janelle, I think Mary had with Kody or whoever. Janelle, baby Ken's honey pie snacks. Go get your lawyer up because here's this is what I'm saying now, based
Mm-hmm.
on the conversations that we've seen on camera on the show. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to wind up being Kody, Robyn, and Mary versus Janelle. And Janelle's going to be by herself and isolated. She needs to
Mm-hmm.
lawyer up and lawyer up hard and get the forensic accountant on board because Mary's acting way too wishy washy. And we've talked about this, how she flip flops, goes back and forth. This
Mm-hmm.
man, you talk about this man is going to be gentlemanly, right? And like I told you off camera, how this man was not gentlemanly when he put up those lots in the first place. Where were you? Like, what are you talking about? You, Mary, Mary, you have gotten the least in your marriage of everybody, and you
Mm-hmm.
got the least in terms of assets out of everybody. You were
Mm-hmm.
always in last place compared to everybody. Compared to everybody. And you expect this man to sit up here and treat you fairly and give you what you deserve, especially after all the money you invested in Robyn. You are delusional. I need Jen on the line. I need Jen, your sister. Somebody needs to talk to you because Janelle tried to talk to you, and Janelle was saying, "Warning, warning, warning, Mary, Mary, Mary. He gonna cheat you. They gonna cheat you." And she's still. What spell does Robyn have on her? What does she use? Because Mary is still in the fog about Kody.
Okay, so hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mary has gotten an equal portion of the OG3s. Because remember, Cody's always like, she only got one kid and everybody else got more, and I got 18 and blah, blah, blah. He does
Hmm.
his fuzzy math. So when they were in the cul-de-sac, Mary and Robyn had the two biggest houses. When they came to Flagstaff, Mary had that big house. Remember that first house with the elevator?
Hmm.
She had the biggest house, and then of course, Robyn supersized.
Mm.
But here's the thing though. Mary has always fought for an equal portion when she
Right.
didn't have equal circumstances with the OG3. you ask what Robyn has over her, the hope of getting back in with Kody.
Right.
That's how those two always reel her back in. And it's not so much the conversations that have me, it's the actions that have me with Meri. Meri got humiliated
Mm,
on a park bench on Coyote Pass last year and was
true.
told she only got one kid and Kody got 18, and therefore, no, you ain't getting none of Christine's forfeited land.
Oh, and now, let's not forget to get the conversation. I think it was in the car the year before, where he told her he was never gonna blow her back out again.
Exactly. So he's been he had, and he leaves her in these little communication deserts all on her own. Like, she's the one who said no one checks on her. She's the one who had to drive to her mother's funeral all by herself cuz nobody cared. She's the one who just said it'd be nice for somebody to check in on me to make sure that I got somewhere.
Hmm.
This is you in your little isolation. She shows up, she goes and she gets this separation from the church, the
Hmm.
release from the church, makes Kody mad. I guess it didn't do what she wanted it to do, like have
Hmm.
him beg her to come back.
Right.
Here's what I think happened. She did the release. He was shocked. Robyn gets with him and says, go and be nice with her. Reel her
Hmm.
back in. Make her think that we could be friends. Because remember, he came over there and said, I have a wife who thinks that you're family.
Hmm.
Not him. He got a wife who thinks that
Right.
she's family.
Hmm.
Next thing you know, she's looking side eye at Janelle, who's trying to warn her about getting ripped off. Anybody
Hmm.
else would have been like, whoa. But Meri goes back into head wife mode and starts she's gaslighting Janelle, telling Janelle that she shouldn't be feeling like that. Even telling Janelle that Janelle's in charge of all the financial decisions. Then she's like, I'm
Well,
sorry if you
in
feel
fairness,
that
though,
way.
real quick,
But then,
in fairness to
uh-huh,
her, she said she was led to believe that Janelle was in charge of all
that's
of
a
the
lie.
finances.
Meri's not an idiot. Meri is a huge MLM business owner, selling all of them ugly looking clothes to the riffraff. Yes, she is not an idiot. That
I'm just
was
letting you know what the people said.
pre-programming.
That's
That
what
is
she. That's what.
pre-programming.
That's what she was telling the people. I'm just saying what
And
she was
who
telling the
told her
people.
that? Kody and Robyn.
Hmm.
Careful where you
I'm just
get your
saying what she's saying.
information from. Right? Then next thing you know, she's showing up together with the two of them to Gwen's event.
That for me, okay. I'm glad you brought that up because we talked about this a little bit last week. Now, when you go back to that and you add that to the conversation with Janelle and her actions, it's like you are still in with Rob. To me, it gives vibes like
But
you're still
wait,
in with Robyn and Kody, like
but
on some
wait.
level.
Remember what she was wearing when Janelle came over there and spoke with her? That's the same outfit that she trotted her fat ass over to the McMansion to go and beg Kody and his curly cues to move her sloppy ass up to Utah.
Mm.
I don't trust Meri.
Well, you can't
Always
trust
on the
Mary.
wrong team. Always on the wrong team. And just when you want to root for her, she shows you why you shouldn't.
Right. With Mary, you can't trust. Like, and you said this, and I have to concede to this. Mary goes back and forth too much. Like, she will not stand firm on the fact that Cody's no good, Robin's no good. You know, she'll be all bold with her friends in the confessionals, but her act, like you said, it's her actions. And I'm gonna go 100% with you on this one. It's her actions. She says all of the right things, but does all of the wrong things. That's just the way
Mhm.
it is with her. And the simple fact, what blew me away though, and I'm not gonna lie about this, what blew me away is when Janelle came and warned her. Like she didn't outright warn her, but she dropped all
Mhm.
like the big breadcrumbs she could. And Meri really sat there and told you, no, oh, he's. I expect Kody to do the right thing. I'm like, ma'am, did you forget that you went to the church to get a release, which thoroughly embarrassed him in front of the church, and he was
Mhm.
deemed a failure, like an official failure, because Christine um doesn't believe in the church and their and all that stuff, and Janelle hasn't gone to them for release. You are the only wife who has embarrassed him in front of his church, they church or whoever church, and you expect him just to forget that? You embarrassed him. You embarrassed him like years ago with the catfish. He ain't gonna never forget that. Let's call a thing on that one. He always go hold that craw, that grudge, right? And then you embarrass him for a second time with a release. And we all know Kody is petty as hell. Come on now, Meri. Come on now. Like at some
Mhm.
point, at your big age, and I can say that because I'm in that same big age range, you should have been woken up. You should have been woken up. And the simple
From
fact
the
that Janelle just
time
came.
No,
Go ahead.
from the time that he wouldn't help her with getting her grandmother's bread and bed and breakfast.
Right.
He was the one who shut that down. Janelle
Right.
had questions. She was actually like trying to figure out if they could do weddings in the backyard.
Exactly. I do remember that.
And Kody shut it down. You know why? Because he had taken all the money from the family account and none of it could come out to go to help her.
Exactly. This man has never supported you in anything. You had to
Mm-mm.
do everything on your own. Mind you, going back, never supported you, never helped you, never encouraged you, right? He's done nothing a husband should. Let's call it a thing on that one.
Because Mary
But
was a
you
failure.
but you expect him to treat you fairly.
Mhm.
Okay.
The same
Okay.
man who said that he could fake it to be with you.
Oh gosh.
What every woman
Oh,
wants to hear. I'm
I'm
sorry,
just sitting
y'all.
here like,
I'm so
wow.
hungry. Mm-mm. Mary's a complete
Uh,
idiot.
I had high hopes for her when I thought she had broken away from Cody and Robyn, but she's still there. So now I have zero hope. Like I said, the simple fact that you're gonna sit there and go against Janelle, the person who's trying to warn you, who didn't have to warn you, she didn't have to say anything to you,
Mhm.
but she did because she looked at the lots herself
Mhm.
and looked like, okay, the way this is laid out,
Mhm.
I'm probably not gonna get my fair share unless I go to the lawyer. And Mary's definitely not gonna get her fair share because the way it's
Mhm.
split and how it's split.
Mhm.
And you gonna sit
Mhm.
up there and tell this woman, "Oh, I'm gonna like he. I just do know he's just gonna treat me fairly and be gentlemanly." Yeah, no, no, mm-mm.
He's so annoyed about
Yes,
me.
we know he was lying. I'm surprised he didn't burst into flames. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you, he had an agreement with Mary, even because I said so when he went to go and meet with Janelle up in the attic for brunch. He said, "I'll
Mhm.
never say another bad thing about Mary again."
Mary, yes.
But again,
Hmm.
so to me, that says, okay, something has changed in the relationship here. Cause you was bad talking her before, but now you cool runnings with her. So something happened in between those two episodes where all of those things happened that made Mary switch teams. But she's an idiot. She'll always be on the wrong team. Mary invited that snake Robyn into the family and she took everything for herself and destroyed the family in the process. Yep. Yep. Um, Yet when Mary went to the church and got him for abandonment, he was pissed. Yep.
Yes, her hair. I had to let Debbie know. I had to ask. I had to ask Debbie if she got her hair did because I'm like, oh.
I had to like actually like blow out my hair this week. So Tracy and Ryan, thank you very much. Yes. This is what I look like when I present myself when I travel. I
Debbie
look
is
decent.
linked. Debbie is LinkedIn ready, y'all. She is ready for her profile pic, ready to go.
How many people's LinkedIn pictures like about 10, 15 years old? Ah, oh my god. I've always said Robin only wanted the other wives there for the competition. It made her feel superior knowing loser was always going to choose her. But she also needed the other wives to contribute to her lifestyle. And that's why she wants to
Exactly.
reel Meri back in because
Hmm.
Meri was probably the biggest contributor to that lifestyle. Um, because don't forget, she gave all of her proceeds from the Vegas house towards the McMansion, and Janelle gave half, or was it the other way around? A year
Wait a
went
minute.
by.
I think it was. I think it's the other. Didn't Janelle contribute the most because of her 401k?
No, that was
No,
towards getting Robin out of Victoria's Secret debt.
dead. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
But the
So I think you're right.
McMansion, one of them gave half of the proceeds of their Vegas house, and the other one just forked over all of it. A year went by. He says that in the confessionals that they're probably late 2023 or TLC is
Yeah.
mixing all of the confessionals, all of the footage. It is a mess. A mess. It doesn't look good. I've only seen it oh, it does look good. Sorry, Scotland. Sorry. Because I usually keep it up. I do. It gets annoying. Um, my LinkedIn photo is from like, oh, child. I think mine is before that. Mine is old, and it's from a birthday lunch. It's not even a professional picture. Yes, thank you. I'm ready for something. I just don't know what. Where is Riley? He should see this. Riley need to stay where he's comfortable over with Heidi. We don't want Riley over here. Child, I had a smackdown. We had a smackdown last night, me and Heidi, with Riley from 90 Day, because his friend Madsy went and put up clickbait about how he has to sell all his belongings because of 90 Day Fiance. So I asked him, well, are you homeless? But it was nothing like that. He just sold a motorcycle and a boat. But he's stupid because he should have listened to me.
Mm.
Anyway, that's my opinion. Hello, Flower Power. Welcome. Um, Janelle is the worker. She is. She is. Um, Debbie don't need to waste her cuteness. For real. For real.
Okay. Let's call. Can we call a thing a thing?
Mm.
Riley cannot afford Debbie's. Let's just move on from that. There's just no way. Like he don't have the like he don't have he don't. Yeah. No. We all know that. Right. We know
I
Riley
asked
can't take.
I
Riley
asked
cannot take
him
Debbie to Whole Foods. Let's call a thing a thing.
I asked him when he's gonna liquidate the cigar lounge. I'll buy it from him for $20. You know, I think Heidi offered to buy his home. Let's see. We see this cute little flashback of them wasting time, showing us the kids when they was little. I didn't care, but it was still cute to see the kids when they were little. Um, let's see. We find out that Christine and David have bought a house. And it looks nice, y'all. Looks
It
real nice.
does.
And they moving in already, shacking up in sin. I wonder if Robyn is actually realizing that Christine is having sex with someone else, and does this make her now no longer married to Kody? Because remember she
By
said,
yeah. By her definition and her logic, yes.
um, I will agree with this statement. Wait, hold on. This one. No, wait. Where is it? Keeps on moving. Flower power. Yes, I am mean. I agree with you. And I'm very proud of that. especially when it comes to Riley. $20 is generous. It is. Because it ain't even finished. I will wait till he finished and then give him $20. You couldn't tell any of the kids apart when they were small. They all look the same. Oh my God. That's so true. Um, let's see. Oh, their house is 15 minutes away from Mackenzie and Tony. So I guess they got built-in babysitting. Um, I'm gonna need Christine to stop comparing her pre-David life to David life. Like everything, she's like, well, when I was married to Kody, this, but now with David, it's this. I don't care. I don't care because you just gonna make people like me wait for the day when it all falls
Mhm.
apart. And I'm not wishing for it to fall apart, but when it does, I'ma just be here sitting and waiting.
Mhm.
Back at Mary's house. Oh my God. Jen, she's really growing on me like mold. Um, Mary had the balls to say that she only been divorced for a month. And Jen
No,
points out, you
single,
mean like for
single,
oh,
single,
single. And so
single.
Jen points out, you mean like 10 years, right?
Jen is a good friend.
Jen is a shady bitch friend.
Well, you call it shady, I call it truthful. I mean,
Mm-mm. I love it. And Blair's in the background just looking, waiting for the answer because I think they were asking her if she's going to be ready for a man or something like that.
right,
Um, strong ass jeans. It's almost like she's trying to prove to everyone, especially Kody, that she's so much better off now. Yeah, and I want her to get out of that phase. I really
right.
do because it's annoying. Um, David, for a little bit though, but it's tiring now. It's tiring. And I think it's because we already watched the
There's
wedding.
a see. I was gonna say that if we had not seen the wedding, I think we would have enjoyed this more. But since we know they are, we know what y'all been
Mhm.
doing, so we don't care. Like their scene, and this is bad. Their scenes will be cute. Again, their scenes will be cute had we not already seen the wedding. To me, that
Mhm.
they killed like the wedding before this season killed Christine's storyline. Let's call a thing a thing because we've already seen it.
Mm-mm-mm. She's still talking. Well, Mary's still talking about Kody asking her if she isn't sentimental over her furniture. And she said no, only her grandmother's furniture. Um, Mary doesn't see any point to tell Kody anything because they're not married, but yet you're still driving around with him and Robyn, and yet you're asking him to drive your stuff up to you. Like, what the fuck happened to 1-800 movers?
Right.
That's what normal people do. Or since you've given away everything, just get a U-Haul and you can drive it yourself. You don't have that much stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why you don't tell Cody anything because you know he don't care. Let's call a thing on that one too.
Well, she still ain't learned that lesson. She says that she stayed with him so long as because Kody did things that were confusing to her over the years. He gave her these
Hmm.
tasks to do, thinking that she would start the relationship over, and she did everything on the list. And here she is. What was on the list, Mary? What did Kody want you to do? Because I know it wasn't certain things. I would love to know what. Lord have mercy. Anyway, um, Kody says he got over the catfish. He says that they were trying to figure things out, but there was never a fertile bed for love to grow. Why does he always talk like that?
Right. It's so disrespectful.
It's just very weird. He says that they've been separated on the brink of divorce for 8 years. He says that they didn't sleep in the same bed for 8 years. Even when they went to hotels, they'd be in different beds. Why are you talking out your business like this? Is this for the benefit of Robyn? Very weird. Um, Meri then says that Kody told her 2 years ago that he was gonna move forward and fix their relationship. When he told you that? Because 2 years ago, y'all was out in the bush for your anniversary. He said he not coming back to you.
Exactly.
Uh, girl, get it right. Let's see. Christine and David are still moving in. I think this is when she has the talk with Isabelle. I thought this was a good talk. And here's why. Isabelle is not concerned about her father being replaced. I think she's realizing that she did not have a father
Right.
in the traditional sense, and not just by them being a plural family or whatever. But Isabelle, think back to when that man told you if you couldn't delay your spinal surgery to convenience him, can't you just hang on for another 9, 10 months? Or maybe you could go by yourself and do critical surgery as a minor and not have anybody sign off on papers for you, because he couldn't leave his family to go with you for your surgery. How about you remember that, sweetheart? Because she's looking at David and seeing how involved he is as a single parent with his children and his grandchildren. And she phrased it wrong. Well, no, she phrased it right. She doesn't want David to replace her father because she's seeing what a real father does.
Right.
And realizing that she got a sperm donor for her daddy. But good on you, Isabelle. And Christine was okay when she said, David will be what you want him to be. No one can ever replace your father. I know if it was me, he'd be easily replaced. With a bum down on a corner could do a better job than Kody. But Isabelle, let your mama be happy. Let your mom be happy. And you'll find that with her happiness, you'll be happier too.
Right.
Period.
And I will say this with Isabelle. I agree with you. I think she's coming. Oh, I think she's coming to. She's trying to come to terms with the fact that her father just wasn't a father to her, and
Mm-hmm.
because she remember up until um she the surgery situation, she was pining for his attention. Like she wanted to see her father, but
Mm-hmm.
when push came to shove, and it was just her and Christine going, and he refused to go. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was the start of her rose-colored glasses breaking. I think they were starting to break then. Then
Mm-hmm.
when Christine finally left, I think they really started. I think they just almost crashed and
No,
broke it.
remember when she was moving out to North Carolina and he didn't want to make the drive? That was the
Oh,
second.
that's the
That was
sad.
the
I
second
forgot
break.
about that.
Yes, that was the second break
That's true.
because he chipped it at the graduation party, and then when she was moving away, he wouldn't
Yes.
do the drive with them. That was the
Yes.
second break. So first the surgery, the graduation party, the moving to North Carolina, and he was MIA. All
Not
because he
even.
had to stay with his family. What is
Yes.
she? He made a clear distinction to his daughter that he could not support her in any fashion whatsoever because he had to take care of his family.
Hmm.
Spot on. Spot on.
And then when she saw David, when she saw David, how involved, like you said, how involved he is, the whole thing just crashed. Like her whole, it's just drove. And now
Mm-hmm.
she's like, what do I do? Like how do I navigate this? And I agree with
Mm-hmm.
Ryan on this one. Once Cody's bio girls hit puberty, Cody said F them kids. He was only interested in the boys in high school because of sports. Agreed.
But here's the thing, though. What I heard her say, I don't want to like David as much as I do. I see
Fair.
what David does.
Right.
I really like David and I don't wanna because he seems more like a dad than my own dad.
I agree with you.
It
And the
was
thing is,
sad.
and for her, especially women, it's a bitter pill to swallow when you realize that your father was just never there.
Mhm,
And let's be completely honest, I hate to say it, in terms of her, I think in her mind that when she gets married, if and
mhm.
when she gets married, that she may have David walk her down the aisle.
She'll ask Peyton. She'll ask
Okay.
Peyton. Yeah.
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking within this realm right now. But it goes back to the point. You think that she may like David more than her own dad, and that's a very pill to swallow for her. I really do. I
Mhm.
really do.
She's this year's Gabe. Remember when
Yes,
Gabe was sitting on the TV crying and all of us here was
yes,
blowing snot bubbles? Like these kids are
yes.
ours. We gonna fight for these kids. She is this season's Gabe.
I think Steven said it the best.
Mm-hmm.
Poor thing feels like she's being disloyal by liking David. I think that's the great way. That's the
Mm-hmm.
perfect way to put it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is a stark and harsh realization for her. And this girl has gone through this over the seasons with every trial and tribulation with her medical journey, with her maturing and moving out from home. She always has her mom there. But you notice that she's not questioning whether her mom is going to be there for her or not. She's not questioning that. And that's why this is a mental like tug of war for her. She's really seeing now for the first time what a dad looks like. Because we could say she saw that with Caleb when she was over there, but Caleb's her age.
Right.
It's not the same. But she goes and she sees David, who had unusual circumstances. The passing of his wife, he had to sit there and raise, 8 kids. And now his grandchildren are there and he's really involved. And she just saw how not involved Kody is with the North Carolina grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
But Janelle and even her own mother's always over in North Carolina going to see Maddie, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mothers can make the time to do it, but not the father. So she's up in Utah now, and he's not even coming to see the McKelty's kids. He came once. But Robyn found her ass up in there sleeping in a closet for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. And
And
she's seeing all of this.
I can't think of who said it though. It was remark, or maybe it was Tony who said it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to this, and I think Isabel's within the same realm of thinking because she seems very mature. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was Tony said, like, with everything David's gone through, he had every excuse, opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, to be a shit father,
Yeah,
and
to
he wasn't.
gamble, drink,
Drink all this
drugs.
stuff.
Yep. And he
He
didn't do it.
he didn't do it. Whereas Cody had like a cool ass village, and he 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 did nothing with some of the kids. And that's, like I said again, Isabel's gonna have to work through this. Thankful she has Christine and Janelle, but you know, I think she can reconcile this to where she understands, like, hey, this is just where we are right now, and also she also needs to start looking at his relationship, meaning Cody, with her other siblings, like Maddie, who didn't even tell him that she was pregnant. I mean, That tells
Oh,
you
she
something.
had a front row seat to that. So
I'm just
she
saying she needs
saw
to take. She saw it, but she needs to really process that as,
that. Mhm.
oh, she can't look at it like, oh, this is just them. She has to look at it like, this is us. This is not just isolated instances. This is just a pattern of behavior.
Aw, thank you so much, Tracy. We really appreciate it. Yes, thank you for reminding us to be better YouTubers. Please give us a thumbs up. We're just asking you nicely. Instead of living off the wages of women, Davis successfully raised 8 kids and had a business.
Business, drywall, good stuff.
I mean, he made sure that he stepped up to the plate as a dad and took care of his responsibilities, not, breed up women and just leave them behind until you got a diesel jeans model, something or the other. Whatever. Kody, you are disgusting. Um, at Robyn's house, oh, Meri's coming over to beg for moving services and to tell Robyn's kids that she's moving. Now, here's the thing. In the confessional, Meri says it's been extremely difficult to see these children, even in the best of times, because she'll try to reach out to Robyn. And when she does decide to pick up the phone, she flubs her off and she doesn't let her come and see the kids. Meri, what you want to go and see them kids for? They not yours. They're not. And she don't want you around them kids. Get the hint. Robyn doesn't want anybody around her kids. So good on you for that. She goes in there and Robyn's like, is this the M word? Should I send the kids away? Like, I want to protect my children. So we can't say moving in your house? Robyn, what is your problem? Robyn annoyed me no end in this segment. So they bring out the kids, and one of the older kids reluctantly comes out in her socks. And they all looking at Meri like, who this? And why am I forced to sit near her? Um, and she says that she's moving. And they were like, okay, cool beans. Can we go now? Um, no harm, no foul. They didn't know who that was, so they couldn't care whether she was moving or not. Uh, that's how I took it. Um, she asked Kody to help her move. He says, "Okay." She's like, "Good. This is my severance since I didn't get any alimony." And Robyn laughs at that. Bitch, you took all these women's money and you laughing at this. The
Right.
irony. And so Kody's sitting down there and trying to, like, rub two sticks together to create fire in his head because he's like, I don't know if she's being passive aggressive at me. You need a black woman in your life, Kody. You need a black woman in your life to explain shit to you, preferably with a slipper or a belt or a twig. I'm just so sick and tired of him, but he agrees to do it reluctantly. Um, let's see what else happens after that. We go back to Isabelle still crying. I don't care. No, I do care, but it's just boring.
Right.
Robyn says that she's trying to protect her children. And I said, from God knows what. She says I didn't get this. And then she goes into some diatribe about she felt that there was a campaign by the sister wives against her. When? When? You were recruited and indoctrinated by Meri, and the other two had to follow along. All the children had to follow along because Kody's pencil was getting wet. it was just beyond me that she said this. Um, she says that, to be honest, Kody was happier, and so was she, when he was in a good place with the other wives. But you systematically destroyed every relationship with the other wives.
Mm-hmm.
Then she says the campaign shit. That, and then she says that they did not have her back. But she's not talking about Meri. Why? Did Meri make a contribution to the plate? How is that possible? She had the least amount of airtime, and she blew me away with those statements. And then the end of the episode is finally David proposes to Christine, and immediately has to go for a tetanus shot afterwards because for some reason Truly was biting him while they were in the little buggy things. My God. Why is no one addressing this? I could not bite people as a,
Mm-mm.
and she's not even a child, she's a teenager.
Right.
I could not bite people unless
And
I'm
still
being
have
physically attacked.
right. And still have teeth. Yes.
Did you see how she did that though? Wait, I think I have a picture. Hold on. I think I have a picture. Oh yes, I do. Okay, hold on. It's just the weirdest things that is, oh, I don't even know what that is. Okay, so I'm going to try to share this because this is ridiculous. These are the things that I focus on during these episodes. Go back down. This share screen. I don't like this new layout. I just don't. Share. Okay, I don't know if I can make this bigger. I can't remember if I downloaded this or not. Hold on, let me see. No, I didn't. But look at her. They're munching on his hand. Who does that? Why did they allow this to be shown? This is not cute.
Mm-mm.
Stop sharing. But anyway, truly gonna be truly. I'm telling you that Tracy. Susan! Wait, Susan! Y'all stop saying that. Oh my God. Stop saying that. She's precious. But anyway, y'all. Jamal, anything with what regarding what Robyn said?
I'm just not sure how she's getting that she's being there's a campaign against her when she came in and got the most money of anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
confused.
And did the least.
Exactly.
It was odd.
Just
That's
so
silver
weird.
teeth. What is silver teeth? Lord, don't make me look it up. You know I'm gonna look it up. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Um. Anyway, y'all, this was the episode. It was sort of all right. I think for me, it like all of the Meri stuff was stupid. The
Hmm.
Christine stuff was a rerun.
Right.
The Isabelle's scenes with Christine, I paid attention to. They
Mm.
were riveting for me. Just to see this child's mental assumptions of who she is and who her parents are as individuals and the roles that they play in her life, and see it all shatter, and her trying to come to terms with that. That was heartbreaking for me. Again, I thought she was the Gabe of this season. Lord
Agreed.
help these children. Lord help these children. Um, and then the bewilderment of listening to Robyn with her campaign against her.
The camp, the
Okay.
camp, the campaign though. Really
Mhm. Nobody had her back except Meri.
stupidly, but she had it though.
I told you she contributed the most, and that's why she's picking up for Meri. They made an arrangement. I kid you not. Every episode, I firmly believe that more and more and more. Meri is in cahoots with Robyn and Kody.
I believe it. I can believe it now.
I
Before I
would
was
be
like,
surprised if they walk away with her business and everything she owns at the end.
yes,
Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, y'all, that's the end of the episode. That's the end of our recap. Hopefully, next week will be better. Did anybody see the preview? I don't remember.
yes, like it's Mary and Cody boohoo and blowing snot. She's all, look at him, he's sobbing. He's talking about this is an era, an end of an era, but he didn't have to be that way. I'm like, if you don't shut up and get off my screen. Excuse me.
So, next week will be another disappointment.
Correct.
Great. All right, y'all. We gonna see you next week for the next episode of Sister Wives. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing double headers of £1,000 sisters and £1,000 best friends because we have 2 weeks to catch up on. So we'll try to zip through those real quick. Okay. Kody puts on his fake theatrics next week.
Yes, he's trying to save the income.
If she can't see that, then she doesn't deserve oxygen.
Mm, well, not much anyway, but still.
Mm. Anyway, y'all. Jamal, any final thoughts on this
No,
travesty?
we are good to go.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
Yes.
Bye.